Let's go over here to Richie in Maryland. You're on Fez.
Hey, Mr. B.
Hey, pal.
Hey, I wanted to say that you guys kind of got off topic a little bit with the drinking.
Do whatever you want.
Okay. Well, as far as the drinking thing, I also chose to start drinking alone, but it was for a little bit different reason. It was basically as soon as I got married, I decided that, A, I didn't need to take a chance on drinking and driving because I don't live, in the city. I live rural, so I always had to drive. And I was no longer trying to get pussy, so there was really not much reason for me to go to the bars. And
but, Richie, don't you agree with this? It's almost impossible when you drink alone not to start feeling sorry for yourself. Because you will feel sorry for yourself. Now, I'm not going to say you, Dave, but I'm going to guess, Fez, when you drink alone, I bet tears end up coming in.
Tears will show up for the most part. I'll also get very nostalgic. Like, I'll find myself, hours will go by where I'm looking at just old footage of stuff on YouTube. Like old, wrestlers that I remember from a kid. Old sitcoms or something that I'll just look at, or old comedians.
You realize you're 30 pounds away from being blowhard. It's the only thing separating you right now. You have the same health problems. Mm-hmm. You're both looking backwards. You're right in the pocket there.
It always takes me into a nostalgic place.
Old shows even, though? Like, what kind of sitcoms? Three's Company or something? Or
I think I've looked at Three's Company, yeah.
So you... now, what do you get from this? Is you thinking about your own life or your childhood?
I guess so. I guess I'm looking for, like a comfortable time or something, or just...
But only from going from your stories, you told us that you hated your childhood and you were anxious all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I always loved TV, and I always loved the wrestling.
Right. Well, you still have TV and wrestling.
But it would make sense that if he was being bullied as a kid and he used TV as his refuge,
right,
that's what he's doing in the real world right now.
I understand, but there's new shows on. He's missing his TV friends.
Right, but
not even missing his own friends.
Chachi.
I'll look at a photo album, too.
Oh, keep a photo album away from yourself when you're drunk.
I love photo albums when you're drunk. They're the best.
Just big containers of snapshots.
I remember my brothers. They have a thing in Universal Studios.
I don't care. So you're looking at your childhood photos when you're drunk?
I've not so much childhood photos, but back maybe like college. I don't think I go much further back past that.
The old college days. I used to have people to drink with.
It's nice. Those are the good days.
Why aren't these the good days?
They are for me. I like these days. I prefer them.
I mean, here's the weird thing. In Fez's college days, he would have been fantasizing about doing this. That's the weird thing. That's what he was shooting for, to be exactly where he is now.
That's mind-bending.
To be doing a national show in New York, he would have thought would have made him happy. That's what I don't fucking get about the whole fucking memory of somehow some other days were better. Because when you were younger, people forget. You were a little bit nervous about what's the future going to bring. Am I going to make it? That's everyone's thing when they're younger. Am I going to make it what I want to do? Am I going to live my dream? Of course, for people like Dave who dreamt too big, and now look at him. Taking a fucking steel boot of the fucking reality.
Well, I mean, maybe I will solve that mystery someday.
Do you get nostalgic for different places and times that you jerked off?
No, I don't do that.
I remember some of the old times. Just be able to jerk off on my bicycle.
In gym class.
You Mrs. Plymouth Rock.
All right. We've opened up the genie bottle. Here's the blowhard. Hey, blowhard.
Hey, guys. Hey, Fez. Hope you're feeling better, bro.
Thank you.
When it comes to drinking alone, my biggest thing was all about the music. If I sat home and drank alone, it had to be music, and that's what I would focus on 100%. Depending on my mood, it might be maybe some really hardcore old-school country. It might be some of the old music from my youth. Maybe it was oldies. It all depended on the mood. And, that was basically the nostalgic part of it. And a lot of people do get very sentimental when they drink. And a lot of people get huggy, kissy, and one of the other problems about drinking home alone is when sometimes you do some drunk dialing and you kind of regret it the
God.
next day.
That's the worst possible thing you can do.
You're hammered. You're thinking about an old girlfriend or somebody you haven't spoke to, and then you're like, let me see if I can look her up, and you end up, and the next day you wake up and you feel like a horse's ass because somebody said, you called me at 4 in the morning and you started singing to me, in the still of the night. Some
And
old
saying,
girlfriend.
remember how great it was.
Yeah, it was so absurd that I would just, and being a big fella, I just, I could drink all night, and I was never a beer drinker. It was always hard liquor. And I would get these blackouts, and the next morning I would just get the calls one by one. Last night you rang my phone and woke up my kids at 5 in the morning, and you told my son to shut up and put your mother on. I mean, just total, but again, it was all about sentimental music. If I was in a depressed mood, I would want to put on some classic like Hank Williams or, real classic country. And if I was in a good mood, maybe Sinatra. Go back to the doo-wop. And if I was really in a pissed-off mood, I'd go back to the old punk. So that's what I would just focus on. And then by the end of the night, it was just like, I had no idea what I was doing. And I'd wake up with a pizza box over my face and, fully clothed. And I had no idea what happened the night before. The lights would be on. The TV would be blasting, and it was just total, just self-destruction, and it wasn't a good time.
You make it sound great, Blowhard. We'll talk to you later. He reminded me of this really funny story. I was in a meeting one time, and this person that I'll say was a little more comfortable with his secret than Fez, but very fucking queenish was, telling his story. And he said that on days that he would drink, particularly, drinking alone days, during his first drink, he would just have this fucking tape and just be taping with duct tape his fucking phone together. It was back in the, when you didn't have a cell phone, just making sure he would not be able to rip through it because every time he got drunk, he would call people, relatives, and say what he really thought of them. I've had it. And he told this fucking story, man. I had goddamn tears in my eyes. Here is Daniel in Kentucky. You're on Run and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie. I am totally guilty of being the drunk dialer, man. I'm the worst. I ruined so many fucking relationships calling people drunk and stupid. And now I unplug the phone. I don't even touch it now, even if I'm had a drink. I served in Iraq with the guy, and I was shit-faced drunk. I mean, I was fucked. And all I remember is that I talked to him. The next day I called him, and he told me, he said, don't ever fucking call me again, man. And I'm like, what? He goes, we had a buddy of ours get killed. I blamed him for it.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, yeah, I'm a fucking mud.
Now, did you ever able to apologize or just got left there?
I tried to apologize, Ronnie. He'd have none of it. And this was 5 years ago. And he'll have none of it. And you know what? I don't blame him a bit.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
I hate to say it, but
Mud.
there are some things that, you just can't make right again.
Oh, yeah, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. Take care of yourself.
All right, out here.
Peace. And as always, when you're drinking alone, you fucking think about your dead buddies. You get that fucking guilt thing about, how come I'm here and he's not? I really got to go see it. I got to find out where that grave is. Feel like a piece of shit for not going back there. 866 Run Zero Fez. Here's Adam in New Jersey. You're on Run Fez.
Hey guys, just weighing in on this. I actually have been in recovery for a couple of years, but I remember I was a big fan at the early advent of email, of sending some creative business emails. I was a sales guy, and I thought I had some really ingenious ideas. So I'd, pound the email waves at night after I had a bottle of vodka on me, and that never went too well.
Yeah, there is a certain point of drinking that you will think, I've got it. And that is why you do call the ex-girlfriends, and you do that. It's all going to be different this time. No, let me finish. I really don't appreciate you. And it's just the worst kind of, Dave, I know you've been sober places before when the drunk guys tried to talk to you.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it's happened.
So you have
I've
to
been
know
bar sober.
what you do when you're drunk.
Oh, sure.
Single me out and tell me all the good things that you're going to do to finally show me that you. And you know, sometimes we do these bar nights here. I got to fucking show up sober and leave sober, obviously. But I do get to hear things from people that they never would say.
Yeah, well, because that's what booze is, just fucking mysterious and magical.
I will tell you this, and I'll agree that it does fucking, go to those places, but it's never the truth. You know, whether they're mad or whether they're sentimental or whether they're loving or, want to get something off their chest, it's never real. It's nothing you can go to from that fucking place. Because their, sober behavior won't change. It's never really broke through. So you could say, finally the truth comes out. But that's never been the truth. That's just some kind of drunk truth that they're holding, So whether they're going to say, I need more respect or I need to give you more respect, neither is fucking true. They're just going to go right back into what they did before and let it go. That's why the Japanese, the bosses there don't take offense to it when the fucking guys come up and say, fuck you and fuck your rules, and then they'll fucking pass out on the floor and piss themselves. They don't get in trouble for that. Because that's just seen as some kind of thing that isn't part of reality.
Wow.
Where here we are like, dude, you said you wanted to fuck my sister. You're not my friend.
Amazing discipline over there in the East.
I've done the drunk eBaying before, where I used to just go online and just start bidding and buying stuff drunked up. And then the next day, I have these emails of, you made this bid or you committed to buy this. And it was always just junk. I think one time I bought a boomerang.
Really?
Yeah.
You bought a drunken boomerang?
I felt I needed a boomerang. And that would be really, really great to have.
Well, because you could play it by yourself. Maybe that's what you were thinking.
Like, I'm going to throw that thing and it's going to come back to me. It's going in the river if I even try to toss it.
Phil in Jersey, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, how you doing, guys? I have a tendency to, when I drink alone, I find myself, when I go to the bathroom, catching a glance at myself in the mirror and just start babbling to myself for hours on end. Talk about why I'm existing right here. Is this really me? It's really nutty.
Yeah, I do that too.
Everybody turns into Jake LaMotta.
Right.
You give yourself a fucking slap on the face.
Go out there and tell her what you feel. Tell her how pretty she is.
You're shit. I fucking hate you. You're shit. You blow it. You blow it.
Why'd you do that?
There's nothing worse than having the drunk friend who gets caught up in the I fucked up my life whirlpool.
Oh, yeah.
I fucked it up, man. I fucked up my life. I fucked my life up, man. Just, you've already made the statement. What is this now, my job to say no, it's going to be okay? Just fucking tell yourself you fucked up your life. I don't care.
But do you think I fucked up my life?
Didn't I? Didn't I fuck my life up, man?
Just give me a yes or no.
I fucked up my whole life. Loser. I'm a fucking loser. And that they didn't leave the fucking house with that on their mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They left their house with the full intentions of having a great night.
Yeah.
And now you gotta listen to that. I fucked my life up. Well, that's my check, You don't even take my call.
If you're that type of person, then you need a drinking buddy.
There's another man raising my kids. Yes, I know. This is all. This is a breakthrough. Yeah, I'm friends with him too.
Help me, Ryan. Help me get my kids back.
Death Metal Mel, you're on Fez.
Gentlemen, 970 checking. Excuse me. Fez, great to have you back.
Thank you.
Just wanted to say, Fez, I think the drunken eBaying and bidding explains your shitty gift giving. I think you're just unloading all the shit that you accumulated.
Is that how I ended up with the fucking Toot Shore fucking ashtray and the towel warmer?
No, that was thought out. That was not a drunken bid.
Do me a favor.
Drunken bidding war.
Do
well,
me a
there
favor.
was no bidding war.
This year at Christmas, just fucking blow me away with how good the gift is, all right?
Yes, I will.
And money is no object this year. Let's just fucking go all out. And for once, I want to feel like Fez gave me something that fucking matters.
I thought he had redeemed himself with that towel contraption
The
that
wet
he got
towel
you.
warmer that got fucking thrown out in the trash?
Oh, I guess he didn't redeem it, now that I think about it.
Yeah, I don't think you needed to think about
Sorry,
it.
I actually was excited about it until I saw that he got a cheap one that didn't work. I want you to fucking blow me away this year.
I will blow you away. That is my goal this year. I will blow you away.
Make sure you also say away. Don't just blow me and think that that's going to be my gift.
Boy, I wasn't going to drink.
Whatever it takes.
Wasn't going to drink tonight, but...
Can I give you a hint?
Fuck it.
Yes.
Cigars.
Oh!
Just give me a bunch of cigars. You know I like them.
Yeah, but, anyone can get you cigars.
And they're the people I like.
No, I got to think of something that will blow you away.
Yeah, you do the same gimmick, but fucking seriously, instead of just repeating the phrase that I said until I hate that I ever said it, really grab me something great this year. Or kill someone for me.
Universal channel changer. Maybe Ron would like that.
Seriously, if he gives me a fucking high kick, I'll go nuts. Here's James. James in Columbus. You're on Fez.
Yeah, hey, Ronnie, I think the answering machine has really upped the ante, so to speak. In the old days, before answering machines, if you didn't connect, you were sort of scot-free, but now everybody's got an answer machine, and I've left some pretty kooky messages, and I've got a sister where I sometimes, my kids will overhear and be like, "Woo, what was that?"
Well, you talking dirty to your own
drunken
sister?
dial messages.
Yeah. Well, what were you saying to your sister?
Well, we're about 6 years apart. We're best friends, and actually, she's from the Orlando area, and we used to, call each other and kind of rip into each other. Crazy Irish people, 9 brothers and sisters.
And you're all still using answer machine like it's the 1980s. Why don't you just telegraph or something fucking awful? 866 Ron Zero Fez. Here's Dan. Dan, you're on my Fez.
Yeah, Ronnie, I got hammered one night, called my boss up, told him, "You guys don't appreciate me, I'm fucking underpaid, I do all the work around here." Got laid off 3 weeks later.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You think the guy wants to keep somebody who he now knows wants to kill him and doesn't respect him? I mean, you'd have to be insane to get that call and think, I want to keep this fucking tinderbox close to me. Because it's going to go up in flames sooner or later. You'd be one of those guys who drives up in a fucking truck and just starts shooting everybody at the office.
So happy it's Friday.
Everybody also, here's another thing when you...
Was Pepsi? Sorry.
You're ready, though, huh? What did Cross tell you couldn't drink in here?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Whatever.
We have to have an excuse, like it's a taste.
He said to email him. I did.
And submit it in writing.
I did. I submitted in writing.
Ask him to pay attention to the eye rolling that Anthony gave him today. Because just after I did the thing of no one pays attention, you hear, and how they'll just say it's going great, he came down and did that. Me and Aaron, while we're in mid-conversation, and it's just going, yeah, see? Come on, dude. Because I like Rob.
Mm-hmm.
But, he's going to be one of them. He gave
Why?
Some people decide I can only be them. I can't be us. Doesn't make him a bad person. They just picked a fucking different team.
Mm-hmm.
Here is Scott. Scott, what do you got, buddy?
Hey, I would get plastered and just play online poker. I wake up in the morning and I did thousands were missing from my account. I would call up the company and say, I didn't make these deposits. And they would say, "Sir, they're all made at the same time, within 15 minutes apart." So I had to give up drinking just for that.
I imagine, because here you are with two bad things together. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't be an alcoholic. You also have to be a gambling addict with it. You can't just fucking limit. You look at fucking Hicks shaking his head.
Happens sometimes.
You're an addicted personality, kid.
Luckily, I haven't signed up yet for online horse racing.